We're going to be moving up in the world and up in the degree of the polynomial that we're dealing with. So example 2, we're going to look at a third degree polynomial, which we know when it's written right has this kind of a neat swoopy appearance to it, which introduces a unique problem. Notice that for a particular tangent slope, we can and often do actually have 2 points where the slope of the tangent is going to be equal to a particular value. So our problem gets a little more complicated, although in principle it's pretty much the same. Here's our example. At what points does the tangent to y equals negative 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus x plus 3 have a slope of 7? Now we're going to proceed much the same way we did before. I'm going to be using my power, my sum, difference, and constant rules to come up with the derivative. And in this case, it's y prime equals negative 6x squared minus 12x plus 1. The second piece of information I have is that the tangent has a slope value of 7. So in other words, y primed is equal to 7 at that x value. So here's my substitution for y primed. I'm going to put in a 7. And what I'm going to be doing is subtracting 7 from both sides so that I can get this as a quadratic that is equal to 0, and I can use a quadratic formula. So in other words, I'm going to be subtracting 7 from both sides, and what I'm going to end up with is 0 equals 6x squared minus 12x minus 6. I can solve this 2 ways. Now I could well factor this trinomial because I love doing it. I notice that there's a common factor of probably negative 6 in there, and it would be a relatively easy case to factor this trinomial. A second option I have when it's equal to 0 is to go straight for the quadratic formula. And you will have problems that you're going to need the quadratic formula. Now there's my quadratic, it's equal to 0. So I'm all ready to define my a, b, and c. So here's my a is negative 6, my b is negative 12, and my c is negative 6. And so if I were to use the quadratic formula, that would be my a, b, and c. Now I recommend that you use a spreadsheet to do the quadratic formula. It's up to you, but I think a spreadsheet would be a lot easier. Now don't take it from me. We can go back in time with our time machine, and as you can see, Sir Isaac Newton, the inventor of calculus, also recommends that you use a spreadsheet. There is a little video after this to explain how to find one of the solutions using a quadratic formula spreadsheet calculator. So just hang on and we can help you with that.